Hey you guys, today we're going to make strawberry jam the old-fashioned way. We're not going to use any pectin in this jam today, and I'm even going to show you how to preserve it after. So let's start. So first you need to wash and hull all your strawberries, and this is how you hull a strawberry. It just means you cut out the stem with a paring knife like this. So altogether you need 16 cups of washed and hulled strawberries. You're going to need 4 tart apples that have been shredded, and 6 cups of sugar. And you can cut this recipe in half if you don't want to make this much jam. And just stir this all together until it's really well combined, and let this sit for 4 hours before you start to cook it. Now if you don't have 4 hours, here's a faster way to do it. Start off by combining only your strawberries and your shredded apples in the pot, and then turn the heat up to medium and start cooking these together until it comes to a boil. When you can start seeing the first few bubbles, take a potato masher and crush all your strawberries, and when it comes to a full boil, start slowly adding in the sugar, stirring the entire time. You want that sugar to dissolve completely. By the way, those apples are a natural source of pectin, and you're not even going to see or taste them in the end. So let this cook on medium heat for 45 minutes and stir it often just to make sure it's not scorching. Now halfway through cooking, I want to get my jam jars ready. So I have here 12 really clean jam jars that I'm baking at 220 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And that's a really easy way to sterilize your jars. So this has been cooking for 45 minutes, and now I want to add in half a cup of lemon juice, and then I want to cook it for a further 5 minutes. The lemon juice is going to help gel the jam. So after 5 minutes, I want to turn off the stove and leave the jam on the burner because I want it to stay hot. Okay, now we're going to preserve our jam. And right here I have my regular water canner with a wire rack on the bottom of it, and it's almost boiling. And in this pot I've boiled all my lids, my screw bands, and the ladle that I'll be using to spoon the jam into the jars. And you have to boil these for 5 minutes. Now once all this is done, you can start jarring the jam. And I want my jars to be really hot when I do this. That's why I'm only doing 6 at a time. The other jars are still in the oven. And I like using this wide mouth funnel just to keep things nice and clean. And you do want to leave a 1/4 inch headspace from the top of the jars because the jam will expand while it's processing. Then you can top each jar with a sterilized lid, and then follow that with your screw bands. When you put the screw bands on though, don't put them on too tight. You only want them to be finger tight because you have to allow some air to escape while they're processing. So now you're ready to start lowering the jars into the water bath. And this has to be boiling, and you want to make sure they're not too crowded. You also want them to be submerged a good inch below the surface of the water. Now let this boil for 10 minutes, and after that time your jam will be processed. So start taking them out of the water and just let them sit out, and over the next couple of hours you're going to hear all those lids pop. And that's awesome because that means you got a successful seal. Hey, did you enjoy this video? Then hit your subscribe button and I'll see you very soon. Adios!